And joining me now is Kadir Temiz, who is an assistant professor of political science at Istanbul Sehir University, and Rizal Buendia, who is a political analyst and former chief of the political science department of Salle University, based in Manila. Gentlemen, welcome to Straight Talk. It's good to have you here. Rizal, I want to start with you. What does this agreement mean both for Moro Muslims and the central government?
Well, this peace agreement is really an amazing agreement. But I think we really have to examine that there are two peace agreements that is existing. One between the Philippine government and the Moro National Liberation Front, and the more recent one, the Philippine government and the MILF. Mm-hmm. And there is no integration of these two peace agreements. In fact, the Moros are still divided and are in conflict.
So are these two agreements going to be integrated?
There's no policy that has been articulated by the government that there's a need to integrate these two peace agreements. But the problem is there is a rivalry among ethnic groups among the Moros.
I'm going to get into that in a bit later, but there are lots of difficulties lie ahead, like the disarmament of rebels, maybe. What do you think, Kadir? What is the risk of former MILF members joining terrorist groups affiliated to Al-Qaeda and like Abu Sayyaf?
Yes, that's a very important drawbacks actually for the agreement because the unity among these different fractions will affect the current and the future development or the implementation of the agreement. For example, the MILF and the MNLF, the Moro National Liberation Front and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, has some problem from the history, and they even fight each other. Mm-hmm. And so the Philippine state has different two agreements, as Professor told about it. And so the problem here, how the MILF will disarm these people, especially fighting inside the MILF, and of course the other factions, and how they will get integrated to this agreement.
How will they be integrated?
And probably they will discuss it through the process, but it depends on the government's success. Nowadays, we will see the implementation of the agreement, especially we will observe the economic development and administrative success.
So the ball is in the government's court?
Yes, in the hand of the Ibrahim, especially chief minister of the Bangsamoro government nowadays.
Rizal, is the Philippines public accepting this agreement? Because in the referendum, 85% voted yes for this agreement. What do you take
actually,
on that?
about 88% of the people voted for the agreement. But most of the people who voted for the agreement are basically concentrated in Mindanao. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, there are some politicians up north, and likewise some politicians even in Mindanao, because Mindanao is composed of 25 provinces, and only 5 provinces are mostly Muslim dominated. And the referendum was conducted in the 5 major Muslim-dominated provinces, and that's the reason why you have 88% actually voted for the agreement. But I think I have to mention that Sulu actually rejected the Bangsamoro organic law, because Sulu is fundamentally Tausug, and Tausug is the ethnic group of Nur Miswari of the MNLF. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, since Sulu, even if Sulu rejected the Bangsamoro organic law, they still part of the Bangsamoro
So we cannot talk about a 100% reconciliation between the fighting sides, let's say. We all know that the region is underdeveloped, Kadir. How will this agreement impact the socio economic plight of Muslims, since we saw in the package the region can be a rich agricultural area and a tourism hotspot. Is that even possible, given the current circumstances?
Yes, of course. And every time economy or the money talks for the first time, and then people talk about the political and social events. And the economically Muslims actually is coming from the trade experience, and historically they are making trades in all over the Southeast Asian countries, so they're powerfully making trades. So probably they will get some foreign investors from the other countries, especially the Malaysia and the close regions, to develop their skills and maybe production skills, and they will probably in the future will develop or will establish new companies and new factories to increase their production inside the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. So this kind of success will determine the future of the agreement actually. If they can find a way to deal with these problems, and probably and all of the political and other factors will get a part of the solution.
Yeah. How about Turkey's role, Rizal? Turkey has played a valuable role in mediating between Moro and the central government. They have also provided extensive humanitarian aid during that period. So how crucial was this role, and what can Turkey play a role in the future if this agreement is to succeed?
Actually, Turkey is performing an amazing job in conflict resolution. In fact, the head of the independent decommissioning body is headed by the ambassador of Turkey to the Philippines. And the decommissioning process is a fundamental task in addressing the problem of armed conflict. And I think because of this, Turkey has performed a lot of fundamental activities.
Is Turkey welcome there?
Definitely, Turkey is welcome in the Philippines, as well as there are a lot of non-governmental organizations that's working in confidence-building measures, no? And likewise in providing socioeconomic reforms and programs and projects for the poverty-stricken communities in Mindanao.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Straight Talk. Appreciate it a lot.